There are questions being raised about Britain's 70% boost in aid to India. That's foreign aid, of course. In 22-23, the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office sent New Delhi $33.4 million in overseas aid. And, of course, just a few days ago, India sent a rocket up into space. So it's not as if they're short of money, is it? Let's find out from Joe why we still want to send them all of this moolah. Joe, very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike. Thanks for having me on.
Not at all. I mean, people are quite rightly surprised, I think, is the polite way to put it, that not only are we still giving money to India, but we're about to give them even more money.
Well, this is it. I mean, there has been a concerted effort in recent years to stop giving money to China. Of course, this was another massive controversy where we were giving tens of millions of pounds each year to China, which is, of course, the second largest economy in the world. And it feels like in a lot of ways we're now just redirecting that money to India, which again is a burgeoning economy. It has an economy which now rivals the UK. It's greater than the economy of France, Italy, Canada, and it's only set to increase. And I think taxpayers around the country are seeing their bills go up. They're seeing inflation biting on their shopping bills and everything around them increasing, are rightly going to wonder why on earth are we giving more and more money to a country that has such a burgeoning economy?
Well, it looks as though the amount we're going to give them in 24-25 is going to be 57 million. And I know that there'll be people in government who say, oh, a paltry amount of money for us. Well, it's not a paltry amount of money to ordinary people in the street who've never seen £1 million, never mind 57 million.
Well, that's it, and I think this amounts to a 70% rise on the amount that was given last year. And I think you've got to ask, like, where is that money going to go? I mean, we've previously found in TPA investigations that £620,000 of UK taxpayer money went to bolstering green energy in India. And again, it just doesn't seem like it delivers on the priorities of normal people, and I think it really reveals the fundamental problems with the spending target that we have when it goes towards national aid.
Yes, exactly. And as far as what the government would tell you, I suppose, they would argue that, well, the reason we do this is because it does encourage trade deals, and they've got some good trade deals with India. Presumably they would also say it encourages some of their students to come and study in this country. I don't know why, by the way, if any of this is justifiable, but these are the arguments that they use, aren't they?
Well, that's it. You'll hear a lot of times from politicians that foreign aid is basically a method of diplomacy. And I think, what does that really say about us as a country, that we have to sort of buy our way in the world using taxpayers' cash? And of course, if it is an investment in the way that politicians say, how on earth are we supposed to guarantee to taxpayers that that cash is going to generate a return on their investment? It seems completely spurious. And of course, it gets spread so thinly to spurious projects across the world that there really is no way to guarantee a return on that investment. And I think people are sick and tired of seeing it happen.
Well, I think people are sick and tired of our money being handed out, basically, willy-nilly, to all manner of projects, countries, companies. I mean, the latest one is Rishi Sunak sealing this deal to bring the Jaguar Land Rover battery factory to Somerset, which is all very well, and some people will say, well, that's quite good business and it makes Britain look like an attractive place to do business. But it's been done with the help of a £500 million subsidy from the taxpayer. And you kind of go, well, maybe that was the way to do it, but how can you be sure that these people will not just cut and run if things don't turn out the way they want to?
Well, absolutely, and it feels like sort of making a quick buck, doesn't it? I mean, the aid debacle is just one that's run on for years and years and years. I think you and I have spoken about these examples before, Mike,
yeah.
But, TPA investigations have previously found some of the projects that we'd funded in China. I mean, you're looking at £500,000 for an adaptation of Shaun the Sheep, £160,000 to help develop Chinese opera programmes, £480,000 to help people grow rice. And you just think, where on earth is this going? And it's tucked away in these government files that you have to traipse through. And you just think there really is no accountability for ordinary hard-working taxpayers who, as we say, see those bills going up, see a 70-year high tax burden, and are just rightly going to think, what on earth is going on? And I think it does reveal why that aid target does need to be scrapped and replaced with something a bit more on a needs basis.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right. Joe, thanks very much indeed. Joe Ventry, Taxpayers Alliance there.